I'm here with Paul Zarubin, Mount Lincoln Construction. So you're a home builder, and you've been doing this, I assume, for quite a while. What made you want to become a home builder?
Well, I've always been mechanically inclined, and when I was young, I liked to take things apart, put them back together, kind of see how they work. And I moved up to Truckee, and I was working on a chairlift, and one day the head lift operator, we were talking about summer work, and he said that he had a job down in Reno doing construction. And I said, well, can you get me on the crew? And he said, sure. And so I started out as a laborer down in Reno doing tract homes, and I was very fortunate to hook up with a guy there. There was an older gentleman who was a union carpenter, and he took me under his wing, and he taught me how to hang doors, set cabinets, and run trim.
There you
and
go.
by the end of summer, I was a finished carpenter. And the cool thing about that was he taught me that in construction, the neat thing that I like about construction is there's many different ways to do something. There's no necessarily right way or wrong way. And he told me, always think out of the box. Don't just do it the way someone tells you, just think if there's another approach. And I've kind of carried that into my future, into my company. And he also taught me one other thing, and that is, at the end of the day, stop, take a look at what you've built, and be proud of it, own it. And that way, the next day, you're going to come to work saying, I can do even better.
That's the great thing about construction. You can see the value of your work every day. You can actually see something getting better. And like most people that are in your business, I'm sure there's certain types of things that you would like to build, maybe a field or a direction you like to go in.
I really wanted to build big luxury custom homes. That was always my dream. And I was very fortunate that I was given that start up in Sugar Bowl. One of the gentlemen up there let me build his house, and it was just a dream. But you know, building homes, I also like the challenge of building something that maybe other contractors would pass up.
All right, well, give me an example of something that's really challenging that you did.
Well, we did a historical renovation on a house in Truckee on River Street. And this house was built on rocks, probably in the 1920s. And so there was no foundation under it. And of course, we couldn't tear it down. It should have been torn down, but they didn't want to tear it down. So what we came up with is we were able to jack the house up, put it on steel girders, put some rollers on it, and we rolled it out to the Truckee River. Then we were able to go in underneath the old house, dig it all out, pour in a foundation. We gave them a complete apartment downstairs. And then we just took the house and rolled it right back and set it back down on that foundation. And the tricky part about that was that this house was up and down, it was out of square, so we had to build that foundation out of square. So when it sat down, everything lined up. And you know, projects like that, in Sugar Bowl we've had projects where the building season's very short, it's only 5 months. They don't allow you to drive your vehicle in there after the ski resort opens up. So we figured out a way to build through the winter. And I had this one project where the owners had a millennium party scheduled for January 1st, 2000. And we started the foundation in April of '99. And it was a 5,000 square foot home. And so what we were sitting there thinking, how are we going to do this? And I saw a helicopter flying by setting lift towers. And I said, perfect. And I went over and talked to the helicopter pilot and said, what does it cost to rent a helicopter? And can you guys pour concrete and bring lumber and all that kind of stuff in for me? And they go, sure.
Why not?
So we did it. And we were able to do it economically, believe it or not. And we're able to meet the challenge of the very short build date.
That's fantastic. Luxury home builder, Paul Zarubin from Mount Lincoln Construction. Thank you for coming in, sharing a few stories. They get in touch with you with, as I see, mountlincoln.com?
www.mountlincoln.com. That's
Great.
right.
Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with more on the Real Estate Show right after this.